Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the ultimate wooden survival house of 2019 with everything that you need to survive in Minecraft. Please do remember that if you enjoy this tutorial, hit that like button as it helps me and the channel out very much. And if you want to see the inside, I have completely designed the inside. Make it to the end of the video and I'll show you what the interior looks like to give you some inspiration and some ideas. But without any further ado, let's get started. Before we begin building, here are all of the materials that we are going to be using. So please make sure that you have access to every single one of those and enough of them as well. The amount of space required is a 33 by a 29 block area. I would always recommend building the grid, especially when it is quite a large area. Please pause the video if you have to. Take time to possibly make the grid, gather your materials, and make sure that you're ready to build this awesome ultimate wooden survival house. And once you're ready, we can begin. So to start off with, we're going to come all the way to the front left-hand corner of the grid. If you've not made the grid, just bear with me a second. Count to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then inwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the starting position. On top of this block, place 4 birch planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend down to the ground. And then take the entire row of birchwood planks and extend it towards you. I now want you to take the bottom of the birchwood planks and place 2 upside down oakwood stairs going right. Place a birchwood plank and do that again, 2 upside down oakwood stairs. Place a birchwood plank, place 2 upside down birchwood stairs, and then a birchwood plank on top. Feel free to raise the birchwood planks up by 1, 2, and 3, and as a matter of fact, you can do this to all of them. And you can even connect them together at the top. I can't promise that we won't be changing that to oakwood later on. Whilst we're here, I want you to use either glass pane to fill in the windows or glass block. I'm actually going to be using a little mix, I think, of all of the glass. Not the band, just a little mix of the different types. And once you've figured out what glass you want to use, you want to come all the way to the right side of the birchwood planks and you want to extend it a row backwards. We can then take the top and extend it to the right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend it all the way down to the ground. Extend the row on the left here, you can extend this outwards like this to create an archway shape. And I'm going to place, this time, glass block specifically on the inside of the left and right sides of said archway. Upside down oakwood stairs underneath the top. And then later on, we're actually going to have a set of doors here, but we're going to be destroying the ground, so we'd kind of be wasting our time. I want you to do the same thing on this left side here. So first of all, turn it into an archway. Add glass block, specifically block, it has to be this way, on the left and right sides, and upside down oakwood stairs in between. And there you have, that's pretty decent looking, right? That's the lower half of the house. Let's bump it up a level. So to bump it up a level, I want you to come all the way over to the left hand side here where we placed this row of 4 birch planks. Funnily enough, we're going to be extending it upwards by an additional 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend down. And then extend this row of 4 forwards. And here's the thing. We want to extend that row of 4 forwards again. So, specifically, overhanging the front of the build by 1 row. This creates a great level of depth. Speaking of depth and all things fun, I want you to extend up this row of birchwood planks upwards, this middle row, and I want you to take this end block right here, and we specifically want to place, going right, we want to place a birchwood plank, up 1, birchwood plank, up 1, birchwood plank, up 1, birchwood plank, up 1, right 1. And by the way, it's important to note this. You can see those 2 planks up above. They are in line with the windows down below. Important to note. I then want you to take that last birchwood plank and I want you to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down, right, down, right, equal to what we have on that side. You then want to go down by about 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then extend those 4 blocks backwards by 2 rows. Essentially, what you're looking for, and you can even take the top bit there too, you're looking for the same thing that we have on the opposite side. So this is the back view and you can see that this is equal. And to keep things equal, we want to take this birchwood plank here and we want to extend it left and connect it down to the lower part of the house. Very important stuff. What we'll end up with is this shape right here, which looks fantastic if I do say so myself. Next, we are going to work on the little balcony sort of thing that we have like in between the bottom and top half of the house. If we begin above where we have like these oak wood upside down stairs, we want to have 5 rows of oak wood planks coming out from this row of birchwood planks. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The oak wood plank rows, however, want to start just above where the glass is, like here on the left. The rows want to come all the way over to the right, and they want to begin / end on the other side where the glass is, like this. And of course, we want to fill the middle of this in using some oak wood planks as well. It's very, very important. This is the balcony. You are able to freely walk around the 2nd floor of the house on the outside, above the entrance, so we want to make it nice and accessible. Place birchwood slabs all the way around the top of the outside of the oak wood planks. We only want half of the row showing, and it gives us a really cool effect like that. Okay, so we have a couple of places where we need to extend these slabs into planks. The 2 corners on the left and right side, and additionally, where the sticky out part of the house starts, we also want to have planks in these positions. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do I need to do that? That's a waste of time. The reason being is because now we want to place oak fence on top of the end of the platform that we have created. But more importantly so, we want to extend the plank blocks down to the ground using oak fence. And these are the positions in which the fence are getting connected down to the ground, and hence why we had to turn them into a birchwood plank blocks in the first place, rather than keeping them as birchwood slabs. And it's quite a pleasing effect, like when you look at it, it looks really nice. Anyways, next thing that we've got to do is focus a little bit more on the details of the house. So on the left and right side of the build, we keep things symmetrical around here. I want you to add a row of birchwood planks inside the right side to give us that archway shape. Place birchwood planks on the left and right like this. Upside down oak wood stairs at the base. And then specifically, I think that we're going to go with some glass block. You'll see why later. Do the same on the opposite side. Simon says once you do the same thing to one side, do the same to the other. So we add a row on the left hand side, giving us a horseshoe shape, and we want to place upside down oak wood stairs at the base with glass blocks just above, like this. Specifically glass block I think looks quite cool. And now that we've done that, we do have a little bit more details to add. So, above the windows on the left and right side, we have, well, more windows. Extend up the birchwood plank blocks that have glass underneath them and extend left and right by 1. Extend the left side up by 1 and 2, right side up by 1 and 2. Place glass block inside of the empty space, and place yourself some birchwood planks on top. So what you will end up with should look exactly like that. And we want to do this on the opposite side also. So we place the bottom of the frame here, 2 rows of glass in the middle, and then birchwood planks to the sides and also on top, left and right and on top, just like that. So we will end up with something that should look exactly like this. And once we have done that, we can now work a little bit more towards the center part. So the center part, we're going to place at the bottom of the left and right insides here, upside down birchwood stairs. 2 of them, by the way. 1, 2, 1, 2 on both sides like this. Then we are going to use ourselves a little bit of birchwood planks. We're going to place them inside here, and we're going to raise them up by how far do we need to raise them up? We want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Specifically 4. You'll see why later. Extend a row of birchwood planks across the top of the row of 4 to give us 4 individual spaces. Now, once you have those 4 individual spaces, I actually want you to take this row of 5 here, I think it's a row of 5, extend it towards you, and also this row of 5, again, I think it's 5, and extend it towards you. I want you to place some glass pane underneath the top here. I want you to place upside down oakwood stairs underneath that. Later on, we'll be chucking doors in there. It'll look rather good, trust me. Where we have these windows, I want you to place birchwood stairs at the top of these windows, on the left and right, just like coming inwards like that. That's such a cool looking shape. And I want you to place glass pane inside of the top. Now, you might be looking at this and you might be like, well, I mean, that looks pretty cool, but how does it all pull together? Well, you need the roof first, unfortunately. So we don't have to make all of it just yet, but if you place oakwood stairs coming across the top of the roof and all the way back down again, very, very simple roof this, probably about as simple as you can get, and you extend the oakwood stairs forwards, like this, just extend them a row forwards towards you, boom, up, that's upside down, silly me, and then oakwood stairs coming all the way back down, like that, and then if we place upside down oakwood stairs underneath the overhanging layer, as is customary in our tradition, like that. Then all we have to do is place a row of oakwood slab coming from the bottom set of upside down stairs connecting from the left and the right, and you will find that that looks really cool. Or at least I hope you think that. I think that. I'm not alone, am I? Anyway, I want you to then use glass pane, specifically glass pane, to fill in the 2 little windows that we have on the left and the right. So, you can kind of see the vibe here. Like, now as we look at pretty much the completed, this is just about complete, the front of the house. On the left, the right, we have block. In the middle, we have a lot of detail involving a lot of depth using some glass pane. Block on the left and right, glass pane in the middle. I don't know, it's a little detail, but I think it looks really, really good. And anyway, now that we have done the front, and please do make sure that you have all of that ready, we can move our way onto the back of the build. So first we have to build the sides. The sides are very, very simple though. I want you to take this birchwood plank block here on the left, this one specifically, no other, and I want you to extend it backwards by 1. And then up 1. Okay, it's important to note that we want to do this 7 times in total. So that would be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, like that, right? So you want to do, in total, again, I'm just going to repeat myself, 7 times in total, you want to do that, which is exactly what we want. And now that you have done that, we now have to come back down. So we have to go left and down 7 times in total. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Connect all the way down to the ground. And I am also going to note we have a couple of windows on the side of the build. There's not a lot of detail on the sides of the build. I specifically made it so that you could build this with a few less blocks, but you could turn this into a proper house without any of the things that I'm going to be showing you later. That won't make much sense to you what I just said, but it will later, trust me. Anyway, where we have on the front of the house the oak fence, move through the block into the side of the build and place a birchwood plank. Place 2 upside down oakwood stairs with 2 loads of glass on top. It can either be glass block or glass pane, it doesn't really matter. Equally, we want the same on the back. So from the back, starting from the same position, we want to come 1, 2 blocks in, and then we want to place 2 upside down oak stairs with 2 rows of glass on top. So we'll have something which should look exactly like that. Very, very simple design. Reason being is the inside is very, very busy and I don't want many windows. So I'm going to fill the entire side of this in using birchwood planks. As a matter of fact, this is a very, very simple build. It's incredibly easy to make. Looks great from the outside. It's kind of wondrous on the inside, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you want to quickly go ahead and take a look at the inside of the build, that'd be very naughty. I wouldn't advise doing that. But it is kind of like really interesting on the inside. Like there's a lot you can do because you haven't included loads and loads of windows everywhere. But that's what you want to have on the side. You might think to yourself that that's quite boring. We'll make it a bit more interesting later on. On the opposite side of the build, we want to have the same thing. So if we start from this birchwood plank right here, again, we want to do this maneuver 7 times. We want to go right and up. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it equal to the opposite side? It is indeed. If you aren't sure, it's important to check. Very easy to check. Just do that. Perfect. And then we've got to go down again. That 7 times. That would be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th. And all we do is connect down to the ground, and I'm hoping against hope that this block, this one right here, is going to connect upwards. That's perfect. And then we just have to place the 2 windows. Again, the windows, where the oak fence is on the front, move through, place a birchwood plank, 2 upside down oak wood stairs, and then 2 loads of glass on top. Move through the oak wood stairs, come all the way to the back. You want to make sure that you have 1, 2, destroy 2, upside down oak wood stairs, 2 loads of glass on top, and that will be perfect. And of course, then you can just fill this in using birchwood planks. You may find that later on, when we go into the part of the build where we'll kind of be covering things up a little bit, you might find that you want to add additional living space into the house using the dirt and, well, if possible, grass. I mean, it depends how you're building this. The dirt/grass, you're going to want to try and maybe add a couple of like little secret areas. So you don't have to necessarily fill in the lower part of the house if you didn't want to. Now that we have achieved this, we want to come towards the back of the house. And on the back of the house, things are quite simple here as well. I'm going to start off by connecting the top of the house together left and right, like this. Just going to connect it together left and right. Then, I want you to place underneath this row of birchwood planks, I want you to place this level of blocks. I want you to do this. I want you to place a birchwood, and then 2 glass blocks. And then I want you to place... this is an important measurement. We want to go right, placing birchwood planks, we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. That's important. Do the same coming from the opposite side. So we want to place like a birchwood plank. And then we want to place 2 glass blocks. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birchwood planks. Like that. And the reason that that's important is because we want to extend these 2 birchwood planks towards us. We want to place oakwood stairs above, in front of that first initial row of birchwood planks, like this. And then I want you to place, coming down from these 2 outward birchwood planks, I want you to place 2 more rows. 1, 2, 1, 2, and also behind as well. Like that. That's perfect. I'm going to place upside down birchwood stairs inside of the little empty space up there. And I also want you to extend the windows down. I want you to place glass underneath and upside down oakwood stairs underneath those on both sides. Like that. And then I want you to fill the rest of the area in horizontally using some birchwood planks. Like this. So on the left and right side, like that, birchwood planks. Fill in the areas like so, and we will end up with this shape right here. Now you might be looking at this and you might be thinking, well, we're missing half of the house. Yes, we are. So the reason that we're missing half of the house is because like this is going to be completely covered up. As a matter of fact, you can completely add in a layer of birchwood planks coming up from the ground to meet what we have just made. That's why it was kind of peculiar to make that. It was kind of like hard to build it from like the top down. Additionally, we can add a floor using oakwood planks where we have the balcony area here. You can turn this balcony, you can extend it inwards using oak planks, and you can completely fill in the floor from the balcony moving backwards using oakwood planks. So starting from the front, moving back, oakwood planks coming all the way across towards the back like this, just like that, all the way back. And eventually we will hit the back of the... Whoops. Eventually we will hit the back of the house. Here. And then here. Perfect. So we'll have something which should look like that. What we also want to do is we want to add a balcony on the outside. The balcony on the outside, it wants to sit just underneath the set of windows here on the left. We want to place 1, 2, 3 rows of oakwood planks on the left coming out, and 1, 2, 3 rows of oakwood planks here on the right. And we want the oakwood planks to stick out just like this. You want to place birchwood planks around the oakwood planks like this, going from one side to the other. And we're going to place oak fence on top of the birch planks. There we are. So now we just have something which should look like that. And you might be looking at this and you might be like, kind of looks a little bit boring. Well, you might be right, because we want to add a couple of windows. So the windows on the left and right side, we want to do the same thing that we did on the front. So you want to, where the glass is, place birchwood planks on top of the 2 glass block areas, extend the birch left and right, extend the birch on the left and right up by 2, place glass block in the middle, and then birchwood planks on top. Do the same on the opposite side, so you want to place birchwood planks on top, left and right, up by 2 on both sides, glass block in the middle, and birchwood planks on top. Like this. You want to do the same for the entrance as well on the back, so you want to place birchwood planks coming across the top of the entrance, and then glass pane this time on top of the 2 middle blocks, and then birchwood planks left and right, and also on top, like that. So now we've got most of the details of the back taken care of, we can work on the roof. The roof's really simple. We want to place rows of oakwood stairs coming all the way up to the very top of the roof, coming top to bottom like this, with an oakwood slab at the very top and oakwood stairs running down the opposite side. The oakwood stairs want to sit on the side of the build, and they will just slot just up above the windows connecting to the middle part of the build. The oakwood stairs also on both the left and the right hand side should also overhang. That's very, very important. And not only should the roof overhang, but you should, by the way, this is a long roof, like this is going to take quite a while. You want to place upside down oakwood stairs underneath the overhanging parts. And underneath the very top, you can't place an upside down stair, but you can place a plank in its place, like that. And the side of the roof should look exactly like this. When it comes to the other roofs, the little mini ones, they're all the same. You place sideways oak stairs coming top to bottom. You also make sure that the oakwood stairs overhangs the front of the build like this. You'll have to do this in many occasions, and you also of course place your upside down oakwood stairs where necessary. And that looks really good. I mean, it's up to you how you want to do this exactly. There's many ways to do this. You literally, you can start off with the little small roofs. You can do the big roof, add the small ones in later. You can do the middle. There's so many different ways to do this. I'm not going to tell you how to fill the roof in, but I have just given you everything you need to know. So obviously, again, the roof, it's just like any other roof that you've probably ever made that uses stairs. It comes all the way up the front, comes all the way down the back. You've got to make sure that you have those overhanging oak wood stairs. That's very, very important. The roof will look very weird. The house will look very weird if you forget those stairs. The stairs need to overhang. You need to place upside down ones underneath them. Otherwise, it will look like... it will just look too blocky and it will look too strange. It will look very abstract. And not only that, you also have to pay attention to do all of the other roofs as well. All the little mini roofs. There's 3 on the back, there's 2 on the front. And then the back is quite easy to all join together. The front is a little less so, but it's not really a big deal. The reason that I say that is on the front, you've kind of got to just join it to the big middle part of the roof. Whereas on the back, we've only got these little 3. And then we've got the big part. But it shouldn't really be too much of a challenge regardless. And I'm sure that you will manage to do it no problem. Like this. And the way that I am doing this is, as you can see, I'm going around doing all the complicated parts first. That's the way that I like to do it. I like to make sure that all of the details are taken care of, and then all you have to do is just kind of look at the screen, zone out, and once you have done all of those little bits of detail, we can now talk about weaving the roof in between these little areas here. So we'll have to do that. And we won't be able to place that row next to it. I mean, it might also be easier, by the way, if you just add this to each one of the windows. Like you add an extra row of birchwood planks coming inwards from each window, and then flare the top one back another row like that. And if you do that to all of these small windows, then you shouldn't have any gaps in your house, fingers crossed, like that. So now that we've done that, it might even make it easier to place. Yeah, there you go. And in doing that, you'll actually make it easier to place the stairs too. So if you do that to every single small window, you'll find that the stairs for the small windows will easily join the large roof as well. And you don't have to worry about placing any sort of slabs when it comes to these small windows either. Because of course, slabs are only needed when you have an odd number for a roof, which is absolutely not necessary. A lot of people might argue that a roof looks much better when it's got an odd number. You can work with it a little bit more. I like it. I also like it. I mean, I like both, but I also like it when the roof kind of just, when it just slots together nicely. Like you don't have to do any sort of finagling to make everything fit together. And we have also got to make sure that the sides of the little mini roofs also do join together on the back as well, like this. And we've got to extend these stairs backwards too. Make these ones back to back. It's important to have back to back stairs, otherwise it will look a little strange. So here, like here as well, right there. Perfect, and then that'll go as far back as here. And then this is what I'm talking about, like you have to make sure that it comes across and then joins and comes forwards. It's very easy to miss a little bit, but it looks so nice and smooth once it all goes together. And then once you have got that part out of the way, like I say, I like to get rid of the hard parts first, because I like to just sit and stare at my screen and fill in blocks if I can, if at all possible. So that will actually be the back. Boop, boop, boop. That will actually be the back part complete, and you can see how impressive it all looks nice and together. And then when it comes to the front, again, you know, we're doing the same thing here as well. So we've got to slot this here. That'll join to here, for instance. This will come around. This will join. Oh no. And then it's really hard to place. Oh, well, that helps. And then it's hard to place that part. And then this joins across here, and we've got to make sure that it all just interconnects. That's all. Like if you start with the middle part and then work your way upwards like this, obviously it is just a case of extending them back. And yeah, yeah, you've got like a few different points to join them from, but it's sort of like a jigsaw puzzle, really. Like as soon as you start slotting parts in, it becomes obvious where the other parts have got to go, and it's really no different here either. Yeah, I knew that it's only on the side of the roof. On one part of the roof in particular, I knew that it was an odd number. It's when you get up towards the top, though, so that's not really a big deal. As a matter of fact, I've just done that little left half there, so that wasn't so hard. Got any here? Yep, just down here. Got to slot that in. That'll join together. So you see, that looks really, really nice as well. It's especially impressive when a few different parts all come together. You know. It's that's when things really start to take a turn and look really, really good. So that would go. No, that's the wrong way. Don't make me destroy that block again. Wrong way. Wrong way. Perfect way. There we go. And that joins around. Have we got to? Oh, we've got a little gap there. So all we would have to do is just place something like that, or yeah, I don't know why is there like an oak wood? Shouldn't that just be birch wood? Yeah, okay. No. That should be a stairs. Or maybe... that's why it should be a sideways stairs. There we go, and then it joins to it. I wondered what happened there. But, yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of looking at, and you're like, what did I do here? But, yeah, no problem. We can solve any problem that we come across. There's no problem too great for us. So, place all of these... And then, boom, destroy, here, Oakwood stairs coming across, like that. And then Oakwood stairs here, come all the way to the side. We've still got that left side to do, haven't we? And then we'll just have another row to add up at the top once we've just joined all of this together. And then just up at the top here, Oakwood stairs like this. And that is perfect. There we go. That is the front of the roof done as well. That's all really nicely put together. It looks really, really good. I don't think you'll regret taking the extra time to make a really cool roof. And we do also have a couple of things to do as well. Like, we just have a little bit of path and stuff to add. Over the place, like in a couple of places, like you've got a couple of doors to add in. So like on the back balcony, for instance, we want to add a double oakwood door just right in the middle. We also want to add a few doors throughout the build as well. So like for instance, where we have the two main entrances, we want to have two backwards facing oakwood double doors. And I'm just going to destroy the blocks just underneath the doors. It's probably going to be stone bricks, and then that gives you context to where the doors are. And we want to have the same thing just up above here, just underneath the stairs. You can't place the oakwood doors in the normal way, as that would make it so that they don't like close properly onto the oak wood. Additionally, we're going to create a little bit of a path out front as well. We're going to extend the two doors forwards using stone bricks themselves, and we're going to have two rows of stone bricks forwards and forwards. On the left side, oakwood planks here, and we're going to have oakwood planks coming from this part here across the front like this, and it's going to come all the way to here like that. We want to have a couple of rows of stone bricks moving across the front of the build like this. Here and here. And we're also going to have a couple of rows of stone bricks just moving out in a path-like fashion here towards the end of the build. Also going to have oakwood planks leading across the right side of the path also. And I'm also going to place a little indentation of oak wood planks just inside the build like this, just around the path. And it's just kind of like a pleasing to look at path by doing this. And now the only thing that we have left to do really, other than some perhaps general decorations after this, is we have to build up a layer of dirt. Or preferably, if you are in creative, this is the only way you can get it, I believe. Use grass. If you've got grass, grass is better. I want to build a layer of grass that starts all the way around the front of the build and it comes all the way around the back. And the purpose of the grass is to simply fill in the lower half of the house. So like, kind of like a big horseshoe shape like this. We want grass coming all the way around the side. The grass needs to come up as high as the balcony that we have on the back here. Like this. It needs to come up as high as the balcony on the back. It needs to cover up all of the empty space the grass does. It's not going to look like this. It'll look a little bit better than this, I think. Covers up all the empty space, the grass around here. There we go. So we've got grass coming all the way around. It comes up, it covers all the empty space of the balcony. And then you simply just want to build up layers of grass like this. And the grass is just going to cover up, or it's just going to kind of like create a little mound of dirt. It's just going to make the house a little bit more eco-looking, like this. And this is the kind of sort of thing that you want to do with the grass. You just want to build up until it looks like a little hill. It wants to look very natural. That's the whole point of it. And you don't want the grass to come too high either. That's also a thing. You don't want it to come too high, but you know, something like that sort of style going around the side of the build, as high, well, I guess it, you know, as high as you want it, but you kind of want to have that effect with the grass going all the way around the side of the build, and you want to have that going all the way around both sides. And let me just give you a bit of an example of how that would look and how your house would look once you have done all of that to the house. So ideally, this is what the dirt/grass buildup should look like around the side of your house. You only have to build it up a few rows, and it really is just to cover up the fact that there is no lower half detail on the house. And specifically, really, it's the balcony area that is the most important part as well. So that all wants to be covered up with grass. That is perfect. And you just want to build up your mounds of grass/dirt like that, and things will be dandy. Now, I did also promise you that I would show you the inside of the house. If it isn't obvious already, once you have placed all of that dirt, you've actually completed the build. Congratulations! You have managed to successfully make the house. But the only thing that you will be lacking is perhaps a little bit of detail on the outside and the details inside. Let me show you the inside of this original version, and then we can say our goodbyes. So there are two entrances when it comes to the house. There's only two. The front on the left and the front on the right. We're going to enter the front left side of the house now, and as you can see, we have a double door, and as soon as we walk through the door, we have plenty of chests. We have a little library. We have a little bit of plant-like decoration. As we move through the house towards the center, you'll see plenty of plant life. You'll see more chests, a smelting area, quite a large smelting area. And just to point this out, on the opposite side of the house as well is also another library, more chests, more plants, more of the same. Coming towards the center of the house, towards the back, we have, again, more plant life, more decoration, more chests. On the left side here, we have a bit of an upgrading/crafting area. On the right side of the house here, we have a bit more of a brewing area, /storage, /whatever you like to do area. As we move through the house, coming towards the second story now, you'll notice that as soon as we get upstairs, it's more of the same. We have another crafting area, a little bit of smelting. We move through the house in towards the center, a large library/enchanting area this time. A couple of cheeky ender chests hidden aside the library. On the opposite side of where we walked up, we have kind of like an equivalent crafting/chest area. And we have two bedrooms. The first bedroom, a double bed, an armor stand, crafting table. We have, chests, furnaces, that sort of stuff. And if we come over to this opposite side, we have the same. Beds, chests, paintings, all of that fun stuff. The only area that was sort of missing is the back area here, where we have, again, more chests, more crafting, more of that fun stuff. On the back balcony, we have a couple of hidden chests out the back. And on the front balcony, we just have a little bit of decoration. We don't have any decoration. My bad. Never mind. And that is the house, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. It's vastly helpful when these videos get likes, and it helps me out, it helps Steve, it helps everybody out, mainly me. Thank you so much for watching. If you are brand new to the channel, subscribe, click the little bell. That'll ensure that you got my stuff sent directly to your sub box. We make stuff like this every week, so you don't want to miss out. And if you do want to make any more stuff like this, survival, modern, whatever, check out the card system and the description below. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate all of you very, very much. I'm going to see if I can jump off the top of the house and clear the balcony. Goodbye.